Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 22nd of January 1977. And the title is The Basis of World Transformation is Transformation of the Self. BapDada is seeing his flower garden now and has constantly been seeing it. He sees the flower garden from Amrit Vela. Today, also, BapDada was looking at the flower garden to see what type of flower each one is, how fragrant, beautiful, and colorful each one is, whether each one is a bud or has become a flower from a bud. What is the specialty of each flower, and what does it still need? You may have become fragrant, but is that fragrance eternal? And does it spread a long way? One type of flower is those whose fragrance reaches you only when you are close to it, not from a distance. Here also, you have become fragrant, but it is when you go in front of the Father, or the sole instrumental for service, that there is that fragrance. However, when you are not doing service, when you are only performing ordinary action or something for the livelihood of your body, there isn't that fragrance. Some flowers attract from a distance. They attract on the basis of their color and beauty, but not because of their fragrance. Baba saw very few flowers that were perfect in color, beauty, and fragrance. Color and beauty means to be sensible, whereas to be fragrant means to be full of essence. The majority were sensible. There were very few who were full of essence. You have become servers on the basis of your sense, but there are very few who have become spiritual servers. What is the reason for this? Baba, while being incorporeal, comes into the corporeal and plays a part. But children forget the tool of this mantra, which is that they are also incorporeal souls, playing a part through the corporeal. They do not have the awareness of being both incorporeal and corporeal at the same time. They either become incorporeal or they stay in the corporeal. You should constantly remember this mantra. The incorporeal is playing a part in the corporeal. This physical world and physical body are your stage. The stage and the actor are separate from one another. An actor would never consider himself to be the stage. The stage is the support, and the actor is the image of support. He is the master. By considering your body to be a stage, you will automatically experience yourself to be an actor. So what was the reason? You do not know how to make yourself detached. Always move along while considering yourself to be a foreigner. Always think that you have come into the old world and entered an old body to play the part of bringing benefit to the world. Because you have made the first lesson firm, you have become sensible, but you lack essence. There is beauty and color, but the fragrance is neither eternal nor does it spread everywhere. This is why BapDada has to repeat the first lesson. In 1 second, you will easily be able to bring about transformation. However, first ask yourself, how long have I taken to transform myself? If any sanskar, nature, words, or connection is not accurate, but is wasteful, then how long does it take you to transform the wasteful and make it elevated? Is your machinery so fast that you are able to think about something and immediately do it? Whether they are subtle thoughts or your sanskars, do you think about that and it happens? That you are able to change as soon as you check? At the present time, the machinery for self-transformation has to be fast. Only then will the machinery for world transformation work fast. At the moment, there is difference between the thinking and the doing of souls who are instruments for establishment. Because the old sanskars of bhakti continue to emerge from time to time. In bhakti also, they think and speak a lot. I will do this. I will do this. There is a lot of speaking, but not as much doing. They say that they will sacrifice themselves, but they do not do anything. They say it is yours, but internally they consider it to be theirs. In the same way, here also, you think a lot, and when having a heart-to-heart conversation, you make promises. From today, I will definitely change myself. Today, I'm leaving this behind here. Today, I'm creating this determined thought. However, there is a difference in saying it and doing it. There is a difference in thinking about it and doing it. In the same way, souls who are instrumental for destruction also say a lot, but are not able to do anything. So now, before becoming equal to the Father, become equal in this one aspect. That is, speed up the machinery of transforming the self. You were told of the mantra or instrument with which to finish this difference. I, the incorporeal, am playing part in the corporeal form. With this mantra, finish the difference of thinking and doing. There is a need for this. Now, do you understand what you have to do? World transformation will take place through self-transformation. Do not think about the date for world transformation, but fix the moment for your own transformation. Make yourself complete, and the task of world transformation will be completed. You are the clocks for world transformation. Look at yourself to see how much time is remaining for the unlimited night to finish. When the sun of completion rises, the night and its darkness will finish. Should you ask Baba, or should Baba ask you? You are the images of support. Acha, to such souls who bring about transformation in 1 second, to those whose thinking and doing are equal, to those who constantly keep their awareness, the mantra, I, the incorporeal, and playing the part through the corporeal, to those who become complete and, as the master sons of knowledge, dispel the darkness, to those who are constantly detached and loving to the Father, to such special souls, BapDada's love, remembrance, and namaste. BapDada meeting Didi. Do you know the date of destruction? When is destruction going to take place? Do you want destruction to take place quickly? Or are you beyond the desire of yes or no? Instead of thinking about destruction, if all Brahmins stabilize themselves in the one thought of completing establishment, then transformation will have already happened. Just as all of you have the one thought for the date of destruction, in the same way, if someone especially keeps the aim of becoming perfect and fixes the date for it to happen, by then he will definitely have become complete. At the moment, you do not all collectively have the one determined thought for transformation. Some have this thought, whereas others do not, and therefore the atmosphere doesn't become powerful, because it is still the minority who have this thought. It is not clearly revealed in the atmosphere. Therefore, now create such a program for a group to carry out this task of demonstrating through powerful, determined thought. In the beginning, in order to increase enthusiasm for effort, you used to create groups who would race in their efforts. You used to give cooperation and enthusiasm to one another to enable each other to move forward. In the same way, a group of such intense effort makers should be created to take up the responsibility and initiative of putting into practice whatever they say, and thereby giving the proof of it. In the beginning, you took a pledge of purity that you would die, tolerate everything, accept the beatings, leave your home, but that you would always fulfill the promise of purity. Such a gathering of lionesses become instruments for the task of establishment and gave the proof. They didn't think about anything else. They didn't consider anything else, but simply fulfilled their promise in a practical way. So too, such a group is needed now to make this promise. In order to fulfill the aim we have kept, whatever we have to tolerate, whatever we have to renounce, whether we have to listen to good or bad things from others, or have to pass tests, we will do all of it, but we will definitely achieve our aim. If a group of such samples is prepared, others can then also follow them. Whatever happened in the beginning has to happen at the end. There should be a group of such souls coming onto the field who would overcome praise and defamation, as well as respect and disrespect. You have to listen to something or tolerate something in any situation, no matter how well you do something. In fact, those who do something good have to listen to and tolerate a great deal. There should be a group of those who have the power to tolerate. In the beginning, there was a group of those who took the pledge of purity, and establishment took place. In the same way, if this group comes onto the field, completion can take place. Can you see such a group? Just as there is that parliament, this is the parliament for completion. There should be the court of lawmakers to create the laws for the new world and the new life. Now, we shall see which group creates that. Even the double foreigners should create such a group. You have to reveal yourselves as a real Brahmins. Now, before leaving Madhuban, what have you become? Wherever you return to, people should think that an incarnation has incarnated. Since even the incarnation of one is able to bring about such a revolution, how big a revolution would there be if so many incarnations came down? You now have to perform every action while considering yourself to be an incarnation who brings about revolution in the world. Acha, what would you call this group? BapDada sees this group as a group of messengers. Each soul is going to give a message to many others. Do you consider yourself to be this? Now, Baba will see which type of flowers are brought and which gardener brings them, and how big a bouquet he has prepared. A gardener always represents a very beautiful bouquet to his master, and so Baba will also see what is presented to him. The flowers should be those that have essence, fragrance. There should be the essence of spirituality. Do you consider yourself to be a gardener? If so many are ready, then world benefit will definitely take place. This is BapDada's desire. Have all the Pandavas attained their elevated stage like that of the previous Kalpa and completely melted their body consciousness? Is it shown that the Pandavas melted away on the mountains? That is, they died there. In the same way, have you completely finished the stage of body consciousness? Have you not yet died alive like the Pandavas? To die alive means to be a dead to body consciousness. So have you died alive? To die means to be dead. Or is it that you are still dying? Is this possible? As soon as you die in one place, you come alive in another place. This is the case with everyone. Here, you have to die to body consciousness and live in soul consciousness. How much time do you need for this? It has already been at least 6 months. Pandavas are well known for attaining an elevated stage. This is why the physical form of the Pandavas is shown to be very tall. It isn't the body, but the stage of the soul that is elevated. So you are those same Pandavas, are you not? The easy method for intense effort is determined thought. In order to be soul conscious, you have to have the determined thought that you are not a body, but a soul. If there isn't determination in your thoughts, there cannot be success in anything. Only when you have determined thought for anything can you attain success. Only those who have determined thought become the conquerors of Maya. You are not going to be defeated by Maya, are you? When you cannot recognize Maya, you are deceived by her. Those who can recognize her can never be deceived. You are lucky that you have claimed a right to the inheritance before attaining anything else. Now that you belong to the ocean of happiness, you should be experiencing so much happiness. What are you lacking that you can lose your happiness? Where there is attainment, there is happiness. Even those who have temporary attainment become happy, and so those who have eternal attainment should remain constantly happy. If you stay in happiness only sometimes, then what is the difference? To be jnani means to be constantly happy. To be non-jnani means to be happy only sometimes. Therefore, have the determined thought of being constantly happy before you leave. Blessing, through spiritual progress, may you become an immortal image who attains victory over all adverse situations. Just as you adopt many physical means for the livelihood of your body, so too adopt the means for spiritual progress. For this, practice stabilizing yourself in the stage of being an immortal image. Those who consider themselves to be an immortal image, a soul, as they move along, are saved from untimely death and all problems. In order to remove mental worries and adverse situations of the mind, simply continue to finish the consciousness of your old body. When this body consciousness is finished, all adverse situations will automatically finish. Slogan: while using all facilities, remain free from their influence and be loving to the Father. Om Shanti.